There we go. Don't think he's there.
Actually, you know what the sign?
Yeah, I had to switch headsets.
Oh, so did the other one run out of charge?
Yeah, the little headphones ran out of charge.
Wow.
Yeah, I've used them for like 3 days straight for the gym. I just haven't charged them.
Well, yeah, that would do it. Yeah.
Yeah, they have like a 10-hour battery life, which is crazy for a
Or
headphone.
just leave it in the charge overnight or something like that.
Because I'm a bum.
Okay, fair enough.
It
Speaking
also
of
slowly
bums.
deteriorates the battery.
Hey, oh, can I bum an advantage from your Uber room real quick?
Yes,
Well
yes,
done.
you can.
Thanks.
I'm gonna start using that vernacular from now on. Can I have advantage? Hey, can I bum an advantage, bro?
Can I bum a
Bro.
stick off you?
Come on, bum me
Better.
an advantage.
Hey man, you got
It's
some of that
not four.
advantage?
Hey, heard you got any more of those bardic inspirations? Advantages? Lucky? So 25, a monumentally better roll, more than
Holy shit.
double.
You multiply by 4.
Oh wait, it should be 20, not 4, 20, because the guidance is not rerolled. My bad.
Ah.
Oh, so it's 22.
So
then?
21 plus 1, so 22. Still pretty good. With your knowledge of voodoo, I mean, here's the thing. Voodoo is... I actually brought this up for Avatar the other day. It's its own school of... I was going to say magic, but then that has a vastly different connotation in D&D. It's its own field of magic and stuff like that. There's crossovers with other types of faith and magic and stuff like that, as we talked about with an angel is sort of a Loa, sort of. You could interpret it as that. And stuff like that. When it comes to the matters of resurrection, in your voodoo sense, there's definitely more cases of undeath, as evidenced by grandfather. Because he's definitely not alive again, even though he is drinking and smoking. He's definitely not alive again. He's brought back from beyond the veil. And given that you've seen Nathaniel in person, he definitely is in a state of undeath. Not this maybe vampirism. That's sort of a state of undeath, but that changes. There's an entire theory thing for that for theological purposes. So barring that can of worms, Nathaniel's on a state of undeath, so it's not very familiar in a voodoo sense as to that voodoo is the thing that brought him back, or anything adjacent to voodoo. That being said, voodoo ain't stupid. Like, you can't have schools of faith, as I'll begin referring to them as schools of thought, probably the better way of putting it. You can't have such schools of thought when there are clearly conflicting schools of thought. You know, voodoo doesn't account for, it might account for devils, but it doesn't account for fairies, right? Are fairies just Loa? Lol. No, voodoo does try to account for such things, though. And one of the things it does account for is devils, both in real life and in game. Because, you know, voodoo in real life is based upon Christianity. Christianity is literally one of the progenitor ideas for devils, but that's King Solomon. So yeah, voodoo does account for devils. And in that, you believe lies the answer. To what degree, in what way that... Well, you got 22. It could be as simple as an infernal pact. Similar to how you don't sell your name, you know, because that is actually something someone could do when they have your true name. They could capture your soul, which is both good and bad. If you piss the person that has your name off, they could torment your soul for eternity. The good side of it is, though, they could grab your soul before it goes beyond the veil and bring you back. Sure, they'll have to make a new body or something, or bring back your previous body, but for devils, that's not that hard. For any elder power, that's not that hard. Flesh is flesh and blood and bones, not that hard. To quote Edward Elric in Fullmetal Alchemist, you can buy the components of a human body on a child's allowance.
Yeah.
So, if the hard part is the soul, and they've already accounted for that, what's stopping someone from bringing someone back infinitely when they can just remake your body on a child's allowance, much less an eternity of fortune? So that is one thing. That's the most notable thing would chime up for a multitude of schools of thought. He sold his true name, and whatever has his true name brought him back. Now, there are some other ways of doing it, though, with a 22. You could, if out of game, pull the Constantine approach. You could barter your immortal soul to multiple things. There's a limit to doing this, and I think doing it more than twice would probably get you a notoriety amongst the elder world. But you can do it. You can barter your soul to be brought back. Which is aspect number 3. You could just outright pay. It's like insurance. You could just outright pay for that sort of stuff.
It wouldn't be cheap, I would imagine.
Yeah, find the right night hag, easy.
Yeah, exactly. It's like not that hard if you're willing to do anything and pay the price, whatever it is. Not that hard to guarantee your survival. Or reincarnation, rather.
And with the
there is one last thing, which is a bit more adjacent to voodoo. Called a contingency plan. It's sort of similar to the previous idea that you have purchased, as opposed to bargain your soul. You purchased a service of resurrection ahead of time.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of purchasing, though, it's more of you're setting it up yourself, a contingency and a literal contingency plan. The knowledge for such rituals is a well-guarded secret and an expensive one otherwise. But it would mean that Nathaniel wouldn't need to go through any devilish middlemen once he has the knowledge of how to make his own contingency plans himself. An adjacent equivalency to this is like a Lich's phylactery.
Yeah.
Hey, remember
Lich's have a bit of a different thing because they're not buying resurrection, they're buying outright immortality. Bit of a different thing, the ability to live throughout eternity is a hell of a price versus being accepting of mortal limit, but making sure that nothing physical is going to be your end beyond, old age and disease. So yeah, that is something.
Gave him something called like the Ambrosia file. That might be a step of it.
Maybe. So, seeing this sort of tension escalate around me, I think Race would just sort of hold up a hand and start listing these potentialities on a finger each time, like he's reading off a grocery list. And then, as he's mentioned the final option, he would speculate. There was that Ambrosia file that we was tasked to retrieve. So if I was a gambling man, but I am not, I would hedge my bet on this item.
What, that he's setting it up himself this time instead of having something else dragging back?
It's hard to know for sure, but yeah.
So y'all retrieved it from him. When? How long ago?
When was this?
A few days.
Look for the group.
Everyone checks notes. How long ago was it?
It was genuinely like 1, 2, 3. It was like 3 or 4 days ago. Maybe
plus a week.
And on how long dilation?
Plus a week. Time dilation.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, for relative to like her perspective though.
Okay.
Because like that's the thing that's important.
I should also clarify. She's asking when you guys went to go do it, not when you guys got back and gave it.
Oh.
Yeah. I should. Yeah, just for clarity's sake. She's asking when was the task set about, not when was it accomplished. So yeah, that would be like 10, 11 days. A week and a half.
A little more than a week, perhaps. Him got some leverage over the curious cat over there, pointed Fia.
Yes, fun times. Very fun times.
Those are pretty good.
Yeah, it was really fun. Dang, it's so much fun.
So how exactly did my bastard of a brother get leverage over you?
She stole from him.
Technically, yes.
And does he still have leverage over you?
No. Although I wouldn't put it past him to somehow weasel another way into it. So, you know, I'm not too keen on having him around for much longer.
Roll me your persuasion.
Oh, Christ, here we go. Nat ones all around.
That'd be crazy.
Take guidance.
I mean,
You got guidance.
for me.
Ooh, that's 11.
Yeah, there we go.
Oof.
Oh my
Do we
god.
have anything to boost that, such as, I don't know, a rune?
Well, the rune.
I mean, if it's... Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know if it's still up, but if it is, yeah.
Because the thing is, the Rays just had to list 4 different avenues
Yeah, that's
of
a good point.
resurrection.
Oh.
I feel like that wouldn't be a minute.
Could you hit
Like
like
that, or like it would take longer than a minute by this point. So I don't think so.
Fair.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
shit. I mean, I'm not the most persuasive person to begin with, so I
You
guess
have a
that
plus
tracks.
7!
Yeah!
That's the thing. That's not with proficiency. That's a jack of all trades.
Damn, Jack of all trades strong.
Yeah. I know.
Wait, you're not proficient in persuasion?
Nope.
Worst bard ever.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Got
to
good
boost
athletic
that,
score
sorry.
though. Plus 12.
I mean, yeah. Plus God athletics, yeah. I mean, I'm a perceptive bard.
Who needs to persuade when you can flex?
Exactly. I can just summer
That
souls
is
when it's
persuading.
fine.
Let me see if Abigail or Varric have anything. Well, I mean, Varric has
They're not
one
here.
thing. They're here.
They're here? Oh, shit. Okay.
Abigail's giving you guys guidance.
No, that's me.
Oh shit, you're right.
Yeah. Because I figured they were still doing their own thing, because it wasn't clarified.
Yeah,
they
you're
didn't come
right,
with
you're
us
right.
into the tangles, so I figured they just weren't coming with
Shit,
us.
you're
in the
right.
boys right now.
I should have reduced your guys' average from before because only one of you would benefit from guidance at that moment.
I mean, we could just champion a fate it. I might as well, right?
Homie,
I mean, if you
when's your
want.
birthday? Your birthday's October. I mean, go ahead.
Yeah.
Go for it if you want to. I'm not gonna
You're
stop you.
free to do what you want.
This is not my Batman glass.
I think it would-
let's see, is there,
Well, I guess. Oh, I'm trying to think.
yeah, is there anything
See, this
else
is the sort of GM/player I am. I'm a rules layer, but in both positive and negative aspects. Like, oh yeah, I would take 5 damage, but you're at 1 HP. Yeah, but I would take 5 damage. Okay, you dropped unconscious. Yes. Laughs in the 2 times now I've lit myself on fire.
And
And
somehow
the first
didn't
time
go
was
down.
worth it, dude. I took like 3 damage across like 3 turns just to maintain rage. That shit was worth it. But yeah, I would say I would assume you guys are are team members with good rapport, or else maybe I might have to change Abigail's domain.
Trickery
That'd be
domain.
awkward. I would say Raze is giving you advantage,
Okay.
Yeah,
given
the
his
knowledge.
denotation of information.
Finger
Okay.
guns.
Thank you,
Finger-
Rose.
Finger guns and cast guidance as well as that bitch. It's better. It's a 13.
Oh my god.
I find it funny they rolled 2 both times.
Oh my
Oh,
god, that is
that is-
depressing. Jeez.
What's
Roll
your roll?
four.
You went from a
2 to 4.
Oh my
You doubled
god.
your roll.
The lower,
What's
the
that?
lower quarter.
You doubled your roll technically. It's just 2 to 4 isn't that great a difference.
Oh my god, so the shit is barred. Oh well, it's on track for Fia's personality, I guess.
I mean, here's the thing: even if you had proficiency, it would just give you another 2. So it'd
Yeah,
still be a
yeah.
bad roll anyway.
It'd be a
Yeah.
15 then.
pretty much.
Yeah,
oh
which
my
is a bit.
Oof.
It's ooh, that's crazy. Last
Yeah.
and reliable talent rogue. No,
Oh my god.
ooh, that's crazy.
So like
great,
counter
that's
roll? No, it's gonna. That's definitely a DC thing.
I mean,
Uh,
not much to counter.
Feels bad, Bard.
Hmm.
so Nadia looks at you and squints. Right. You are telling him about these co-workers of his. You told him about one, Dragonfly. What about the rest of them?
Debbie the person who was the original owner of your coin. I point to Fia again.
Yep.
What
You
was
got
the
into trouble
deal?
with them over a coin?
It's
No.
It
very
was a
notable
pretty
coin.
spiffy
It was an
coin.
accordion.
Yes. it was
accordion. accordion.
The coin
Yeah,
turns
an
into a musical instrument.
An accordion, yeah. Like the
I,
instrument,
I like that. I like that. Reyes would make that mistake.
It's like, yeah, it's an accordion. He's heard the term one time, and then he's like, "Yep, must be related."
Why would they have two separate words for something that sounds so similar?
Yeah, laughs in homophones.
Laughs in American English.
I like take an inspiration for it. Yes. That's a good set of RP. So when you say accordion, she just blinks like, what? I'm sorry, I'm getting lost here. A coin or an accordion? Because now it sounds like two different things.
No.
They didn't have a bar, did they?
I don't think so.
Don't.
No.
Not the instrument. Not the literally.
I mean, even if they
totally
did, an accordion is just a really impractical weapon for any sort of fight. But
Yeah, true.
would
Like you
be,
stab
I
it once and
mean-
it's like done.
Yeah.
I mean,
imagine running around with that thing as well. If you trip over, that's it.
yeah, we've gotten off
you ain't
topic.
you ain't stealthing around with that thing on, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you're right. All right, let's get back into this. So anyway,
Yeah.
about his co-workers.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So we've got. I have written down. We have, because I totally didn't look it up earlier.
Bia remembers.
Yeah, there'll be
Yeah.
the secret group, the accordion.
The Accord. I believe.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Yes. Yeah. That's what the coin.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
Not the accordion. Don't worry.
well, that makes a bit more sense then.
Yeah. So that was a fun little ordeal. But yeah, I couldn't give it back. So I was kind of up shit's creek without a paddle.
You didn't give it back, so you still got it?
No, I kind of used it before I met your dear old bro.
Right.
Sometimes.
Yeah, it also would make the
Okay.
situation a lot easier.
You can't give back what you don't have.
Exactly. So it just led to a whole slew of things, and I really don't want to meet him ever again. And yes, I wish you all the best in your murder spree.
Appreciate it. So, got an accordsman. That changes some stuff.
There's
We also know of somebody that wants to take that guy out, so could start
Yep.
working with them.
oh yeah, there is. Yeah, you could probably help you with that one.
You guys have made a deception. I'm not sure if you guys meant to do it purposely.
I wasn't, because I was
Probably
being
not.
honest about it. It's just like, we know a guy that doesn't like him, so like...
No, quite the opposite, actually. They love him. They want to work with him. They want to poach him from the prodigals.
I believe he is referring to Orist.
Oh, Orist?
Yes.
Yeah,
The
did
guy
you-
that
You guys don't know. You guys
Probably.
don't know why he doesn't like him. So fair enough.
Yeah, all I know is that he hit the guy with an axe off rip.
Oh yeah.
I'm not talking about
Like them.
Acer's crew.
Jealous
Oh,
of
no.
swag. That's why he doesn't like him.
No, I was no.
Orist doesn't have any drip. Confirmed.
Exactly.
Yep.
There be also a lot of people in the city that don't like your brother him organization, so they want to replace all their business.
Well, like cult groups.
More criminal organizations,
I
I
mean-
think, right?
What isn't a cult group if you believe in it enough, right?
She just looks at you. I think all that prophecy made you a bit too philosophical.
Uh,
Yeah,
Not if I
this
was a
happens
whole group,
sometimes
it's-
afterwards. He kind of waxed poetic for a little while.
yeah.
If you
Well,
need
be very
close
careful,
information,
we're
there'll be a
gonna start
pep
pondering
song.
existential crises in a moment.
That was Thursday.
I mean, to be fair, I
Other
didn't-
than the
yeah.
name Thursday, which doesn't exist, we have different names, but he is technically correct otherwise.
Just thinking toward Thursday game, and it's like everything is existential. Babe.
There'll be a person in town with a lot of fingers in many pots. Is that the way you say it?
Yeah, actually.
Yeah,
Oh.
it is, yeah.
We know him.
Or pies.
Can set you up to talk if you want to have info.
He'd
You
be
guys can
much
hear
more
on.
reliable on it.
You guys can see and hear her unclick the hammer on her revolver. So you always want to help me because you don't like my brother, or you're afraid of him lording over some favor over you. That sound right?
Yeah.
Nods.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Perhaps for them, I really don't care.
Well, I mean, that
Yeah.
and we've got other shit we need to go on with, really, that too.
So that means even if I asked y'all, you wouldn't be coming with me to go kill my brother permanently.
No.
No, we got to get out of town for business, expeditionary work.
Fair
Ro-
enough.
Rose
They-
disappointedly
Gotta do
agrees.
expeditionary stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which is why Azeroth might be get put against the wall.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, otherwise we might get put against it.
Oh, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
thought I heard that right.
Yeah. What happens if
She's not gonna
expeditionaries
shoot
get
us
that-
right now.
If expeditionaries go on derelict, they get arrested and shot. At best.
In truth, there's a possibility in which we do help you. But we have things to deal with first.
Yeah. So if you're willing to wait, then maybe.
Well, yeah, we're helping your
So
So yeah,
efforts.
how
We've
long
been
you
not
can
just
suffer
us.
him alive?
Hmm?
How long can you suffer him alive?
I suffered him alive a long while back in the mainland. My only concern, and I will say this once, here and now, thank you. Despite how she looks at everyone, begrudging it is to tell me. My only concern is you said you guys gave him some magic, what's it? Some powerful thing?
Yeah, it was called.
Then you told me about those avenues he might be able to start bringing himself back with it, right?
Yeah.
My other concern is, what if he starts doing it? What if I wait too long and then suddenly he has a number of different ways of coming back from the dead?
The method of keeping him dead is foolproof.
Hmm.
Call it divinely ordained.
No offense, y'all don't look the religious sort.
Oh, it
Would
ain't
that be
us.
us?
Then might I
Somebody
know who or what?
Somebody that wants to take out Nathaniel's group just as much as you do. Not for the same reasons, but just as much.
You're out dancing around
right.
just tell me what or who it is, and I'm noting that publicly, by the way.
Yeah, fair.
Other
gonna-
people bear this burden.
I'm gonna lean in and then sort of wait so that she understands, and I'm intending to lean closer and see if she allows it.
She allows it.
I lean in even closer, and I whisper and try to keep this low. If I'm a serial killer, then be in the prison.
She leans back and away from you, thinks on the matter. Now, why would divinely ordained, y'all said,
Mhm.
Yeah, it's
but
a
it
weird
was a
situation.
killer?
Sometimes you
It's-
gotta take someone taken out.
Well, I ain't in a position to be judging. I'll take their help. Not like I haven't done similar. Laughs in Oath of Vengeance Paladin.
Ron sort of grimaces at that.
Alright. Y'all have my attention. Y'all have my interest. Yeah, and you have my agreement. Reaching a accord. Well, a concord, not in accord.
No, good God.
So if I were to wait for y'all to come help, how long will you guys plan on being out of town? Or is that one of those things that expeditions always say, we don't know? Fair
We
answer.
have a rough idea, I think.
Congratulations, you're better than a lot of other expeditionaries in this town. Anytime me or my lady over in there, and she points out a manor, ask about it, it's always, we don't know, I don't know, anything can happen. No one has any
Well.
accountability.
This is barring we don't fall down a hole somewhere and end up in the 5 hells, but yeah.
Man, that'd be a
Going
twist.
up in the hills, maybe you can go kill Nathaniel's sugar devil daddy for me.
We'll keep it in mind if it does happen.
Yeah.
If y'all end up meeting the Gilded Prince, tighten up your clothes. Just a fair hint.
Sure, I'll write that one down. But yeah, was it like 4 weeks there, 4 weeks back? Or was it 2 weeks there and 2 weeks back? I can't remember.
Technically
Well,
less.
Yeah, and also
Less. Oh,
with
shit.
teleportation through the Feywild, it could be significantly less.
Oh yeah, I forgot we had that. Okay.
Yeah.
I believe it was 2 weeks there and 2 weeks back. I believe.
Yeah,
That sounds
and
right.
then
Mhm.
operation time for both little locations.
Yeah.
That
month.
sounds correct because you estimated a month for the whole thing.
Yeah.
That
I
was
think
it.
I
I couldn't,
remember-
yeah.
1 month there, 1 month back versus 1 month total. So I feel like it's 2 weeks, 2 weeks.
That was it. Yes, I couldn't remember if it was the 1 month
Yeah.
roll round or the 1 month there and back. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, there we go. We're in out of game. We're in accordance.
We're in
Consensus
accordion.
has been met. This unit has a soul. Hey, May's coming up. Mass Effect coming out. Mass Effect Remaster this year. Or is that
Today
this
is
year?
May
This month?
1st, my brother's birthday.
Oh shit, that's this
Oh,
month.
nice.
Resident Evil comes out May 7th/8th. Haha, Resident Evil 8 comes out on the 8th in Japan. Mass Effect comes out a week after that, which I believe is the 15th, or it might be the 20th or something. And also, new Castlevania season this month too, the last one. And from the trailers, looks dope.
Oh, is it really? Wait, isn't it last season?
I think they said it's the last season, yeah. Which makes sense. I think they're hitting like a penultimate thing.
It's impressive
Huh.
how, like, it seems every trailer for every
Okay.
season they have dramatically improved.
Season 1 to
Interesting.
season 2, I'm not too big a fan of season 2 as much because it gets into vampire
It's
politics.
sophomore slump.
Yeah, but third season, love it. And then this last season, from what the trailers are depicting, looks great. I like the bit in the trailer there where they kill a vampire who's another vampire trying to resurrect Dracula, and he's just like, who would want to resurrect Dracula? Would you do that? And he looks at all the captive people that were going to be sacrificed, and they're like, no. I'm just like, awkward humor, perfect for Castlevania. Who would do that? Would you do that? No. Says the person that was going to be sacrificed 10 minutes from now. No, I wouldn't
For that
sacrifice
exact
myself
purpose.
to revive Dracula.
Now I'm sure.
I hope he does come back. Though. I think Dracula coming back would be. I don't think it's true to the game, so I don't know. I don't play the games. Anyways,
Dracula pops
Can't
back up
sidetrack.
a lot.
sidetrack. So, yeah. So it would take you, assuming you here. There is a bit of there is only one discrepancy, scheduling wise. The time in the Feywild is unless fucked with by an archfey or other natural effect of the Fey. I say natural, preternatural effect of the Feywild
No bark.
is still a 1-to-1 time ratio, roughly. So the time you spend in the Feywild does equate to time in the mortal realm. So there is that as a time discrepancy. Like, so if you take 3 days to trek through the Feywilds, do whatever it is you do, and then teleport back to a spot, that you guys haven't had to go through 2 weeks of travel, true, but you still had to go through a couple days. You follow me?
Yeah.
Yeah, go picking up one, putting down. Here, hold this grenade.
Hold on.
Reyes
Wait.
think it'd be irresponsible to say that it might take less than a week to get there. Then we have business at the place. Count a day or two at least, and then at best a week back. Sound accurate?
So what did that make it? 3 weeks or so? 2.5?
Thereabout.
A fortnight?
Safe bet.
Maybe make it 3 just to play it safe.
3
I guess.
weeks. In your vast wisdom of my brother and his organization, I don't suppose y'all could be paying off one of them to sabotage any efforts to buy time, or rather insurance.
Uh,
I'll take that as a no.
yeah, I don't think so. I don't know. I just don't know.
Mhm.
We didn't interact with a lot of them. We only really interacted with one outside of a conversation, and that one didn't really talk much.
Yeah, it wasn't much of a conversationalist, yeah.
Oh, Race forget. What the name of the shitty guy, the little one?
Oh,
Ringo.
Ringo.
Oh, Ringo. Oh, the sleaze. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't try to not him. Him waste the space.
Ugh.
Funny, I've been talking around looking for my brother and his band. That person's name crops up quite a bit, and seems
Makes
you and a
sense.
lot of other people in this town are in agreement.
Yeah, he does seem the weakest link.
Ugh, yeah.
Slimy,
Well,
literally.
the weakest link in
Nasty little man.
The other one said.
All right, my stomach is acting up again, but I will give you guys something to discuss. It's really just